Whoa. Whoa. A bibbly back, bibbly back, a bibbly 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 whoa. Yeah. It's a Monday morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, honey. Your girl Lou is heading on over here, child. Let's do what we got to do. Let's slide on through these streets, child. Woo. And let's make it the best day. Let's make it the best. Good morning. Who we got this morning? And Anel Furman. How are you? I ain't seen you in a while, Miss Furman. How you doing, girl? How are you? I hope all is well. I pray all is well. I pray all is well. Good morning. Good Monday morning to you. If you're not going to work, get some rest. But I got to go to work today. Whew. I don't know how I'm feeling today, y'all. I am still fresh off of the funeral of my cousin, y'all. It was my first one since I lost my mom. And I tell you, I really have just felt some type of way. I really, really have. I know she was ready to go. I understand it. It's just the fact that my life is changing. Good morning, Joshua. So that's something I'll be talking to my therapist about, you know. It's the weeks after, when all the food is gone, all the flowers are gone. It's the sitting in it when they're no longer here, you know. But I definitely want to be there for her children. I really do, because they're a lot younger than me. Thank God they all are in their careers, so they do have something to keep them busy. But at the same time, you know, to keep in contact with them and to share with them my journey of how I am coping with grief. And maybe I can learn some things from them, you know, as well. So, yeah. But such is life. One thing about my cousin, she loved her children. And she definitely taught them about the Word of God. She taught me a lot about the Word of God. My cousin was really, really into the Bible. She studied, and she really, really let us know what those words meant. And she let us know how important it was for us as women to study the Word. You know, she would always say, my cousin got married young. Y'all know I never, that just wasn't my thing. But my cousin, she did everything according to the book. You know, she got married. She didn't do college long. She did it for a little bit, but she fell in love with her husband, and they had children and everything. And they built, you know, a ministry of their own, you know, through her church. A lot of black women who are dealing with cancer, they have a huge cancer support over at their church. I really thought that was wonderful. The American Cancer Society was there. They did a lot for my cousin. My cousin, especially her bone cancer, one of her treatments was in Atlanta. And I remember this because it took quite a bit of money for us to get it together to get her there. And once we got her there, we were able to help with her extras. The American Cancer Society, they paid for her mom to go with her. Because that particular treatment that she was getting when she got her bone cancer, she would have to go to Atlanta at that time, because they had the cutting edge treatment for the bone cancer, and that's the reason why she was able to live 15 years. Yes. And that took a lot, so the money was well spent, y'all, because my cousin wanted to be there to see Bobby graduate from police academy and to get on the force, and he did. He was the last one. I asked God to let me see Mom through her last days, and God did. And so when he does that, that's all. And when he is theirs, and when he's ready for them to return, there's absolutely nothing that you can do. But the thing that I like about God is that he allows you the opportunity, in some cases, to say your goodbye and to release them. And y'all, it's a beauty in that. I know it hurts, but it is a beauty in knowing where they are. It is a beauty in knowing where they are. So that's where you can end that whole debate about burial or cremation. I know a lot of black people don't like cremation, but baby, when I tell you cremation for me, for me, is the best thing I've experienced. Both with my dad, the whole burial thing. I just cannot. Leaving my dad in that ground, I just still now. And then I have to go to the church cemetery to talk to him. And at home, Mama's right there, But my dad had his reasons, and so I respect it, But my mom, my mom Haitian, she cremation fine with her. But my dad, so yeah. But yeah, I just want to say that. One other thing that I want to say real quick is that this morning on the news, I saw that Memphis is still not sure about how they're going to deal with the National Guard when they come. That's a bunch of, my faith is really, 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 when it comes to government officials and state officials and local officials. I don't know, y'all. Because if they're going to be here this week, some of them are already here. So I heard through the grapevine, some of my friends was out and they said someone was at the club. But them ain't the cab we talking about. Anyway, let's stay on topic. But anyway, I don't know how these troops are going to be used. A lot of the city council don't even want them here. So, all I know is to love Memphis, you got to be from Memphis. But if you're not from Memphis, you're not going to be able to withstand. You're not going to be able to withstand it. Because this is the run up or get done up capital of the world, baby. Right here. But anyway, we do what we gotta do. We deal with what we gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, so dealing with hood-ish is what I deal with. So it's just the way it is. But it is kind of disappointing that to hear that they don't really know. That's kind of scary, because Memphis, we don't need another Tyree Nichols. I will say this. Whatever troops come here to Memphis, this is Memphis, Tennessee. And a lot has changed since King days. When you impoverish people for a long period of time, the education system, you got a big teacher shortage. Trying to bring the same level of education to the hood that's in the suburbs, that is an issue. I do see where they're trying. They have definitely recruited some good teachers. I'm one of them. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. You know, I'm only one person. I don't know, folks. I can only do what I can do. But I don't know. I'm gonna leave that topic alone. Second topic. The trial starts today. Y'all can look up on YouTube. The trial starts today of the young man who I guess he didn't want the responsibility of being a father, but the young lady was pregnant with his child. So the baby, I guess they brought the baby home or something. The baby was 2 years old. And he decided that he was gonna just throw the baby in the Mississippi River. Little baby Kennedy. And he shot the young lady in the head. So the young lady's dead. And the baby, of course, was never found. It was a 2-day-old baby in the current of the Mississippi River. That baby will never be found. Because the Mississippi River is a very, very strong. Remember, the Mississippi River it flows into the Gulf. And so by the time you reach Memphis, the hub, and the river is a business. It is a business. So when you go down there and you call yourself throwing a baby down there, I just don't know. But it was the child's father. They did do a DNA test. I don't know how they did that though, but they did say that they confirmed it. So I don't know. But anyway, the child is no longer here, and the mother. So that trial starts today, and I'm really, really praying for that. I've been following a little bit the mother on Facebook, and I know people who know her. And I just really, really, I'm praying for the mother, because mother is raising her oldest child. And the reason why I feel so strongly about it is because I deal with a lot of grandmothers who are raising their grandchildren. And I just have compassion for them, you know. I just really have compassion for them. So I'm praying for that family, and I'm hoping that everything will turn out right. I'm going to do right today. I'm not going to jump in front of nobody today. Since the troops on that way, I'm going to try to obey all traffic rules for the next 5 minutes. For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to try to obey traffic rules from here to there. And then I'm going to disobey the traffic rules. Yep, in about 2 seconds, because they get on my nerves. I'm trying, but they won't hurry up. When I get on the street, everybody needs to move. Okay? Yep. They need to move. So I'm giving them an opportunity to get out of my way. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, what else I want to tell y'all about? That trial is starting today. So that is definitely one that I am going to be trying to peek and see what's going on. And what else is going on today? Fall starts today. So that's good. The kids are going to the farm. Millington Farm. We're not going today, but we're going after fall break. I think I'm gonna try to get another grade to go with us so we can fill up a bus, because I want it to be where we can at least fill up one bus, because the bus, they cost so much. We can get the buses and stuff on fee waiver because of the economics of the neighborhood, so we do qualify. And I definitely want to take advantage of the free transportation so that the kids can get a chance to see Memphis and get to learn and explore all the history of Memphis. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a civil rights tour. We're going to do quite a bit because they're 5th graders. And when they get to middle school, I want them to have more of a cultural awareness when they go to middle school. Just because they're in the hood, I want them to still have that cultural piece that I grew up with. So I want to be able to have them to experience those things. So we're going to do that. And there's a couple of other things that I want them to do. We may even do for their senior trip. I'm thinking about maybe we'll do Nashville Shores and stuff like that. Our principal is very, very supportive. Whatever we want to do and they do have the monies, she just signs those checks. So I love that, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come to this school, because that's just one of the things I love. So yeah, we'll be sharing some of those trips with you guys and letting you guys come along, let you all see the children, how they enjoy it. You know, so yeah, I think it would be fun for them to go. So I'm gonna try to get all of that finalized today during my planning time. So yeah, as long as we can, the kids will have to pay a little bit of something for this trip, but it won't be much. Probably be about $6 or $7 for each family. So we'll try to